Hello, I thought I'd do a picking and packing video. I've not done one before. It's Easter Monday, it's Faye's birthday tomorrow. I don't want to be packing on Faye's birthday, even though we can't really go out for a full day. We'll get out for a dog walk. We are going to have to drop off our parcels at the post office. We've got Amazon and eBay kind of almost in equal measures because we're using Seller Fulfilled temporarily. So I've got my Amazon orders printed out. I'll show you what we've sold. I'm in the barn. This is my setup. So I've got 9 different size mailers. I have them labelled so I know what size I'm going for. Obviously the top 3 are large letter going down to 22 by 30 inches. And I've got my returns addresses, my documents enclosed, got my bubble wrap attached to my spider clips, my signed for labels, and my orders ready to go. So first up to pack, I've got these Gibson Sweet Memories of the 80s, 1,000 piece I think they are jigsaw puzzles, yeah, 1,000 piece puzzles. We bought these online, had them delivered to us. We paid either £10 or £12. Faye bought them, I'm not sure, but we sold all of them for $44.99, which is just incredible in terms of margin. Whether you look at that in pounds or percent, it's really good, so we're really happy with that. I'm going to pack those up. I'm going to basically just roll out my bubble wrap. Just going to go once round, cut it off here in the poly bag, labels on. I forgot to say that when we bought these, they weren't really destined for Amazon. So what we do is we list them on Amazon, and then we let Joe Lister cross-list it over to eBay. So even if the puzzle is selling for, I think this one was selling for $15.99 on Amazon, Joe Lister listed it across. I'll put the link in this video. You can check out Joe Lister, what it does. Listed it over to eBay at the price that we set, and the idea was to sell them on eBay, but in the meantime what happened was Amazon sold out and then hit our price, and they just sold. In fact, I think I've only got 2 orders and I've got 3 jigsaws, so I think one of them did sell on eBay, so that'll be coming out later, that order, so I'll have to tuck this other one aside. But that's basically what we do. We don't really care what the price is on Amazon. If it's a good buy, we'll buy it, and I've got a good example of that coming up. We'll buy it, we'll list it at a high price on Amazon. Whether or not it goes in the buy box or not doesn't matter to us. Joe Lister sends it across to eBay. Okay, so that's then bubble wrapped up. Yeah, it's one done. Now we go around the outside with brown tape just to give it a bit of extra protection around the edges. I use brown tape for most things, but I use clear tape if it's something a bit nicer. So we sell a few things, you know, that we kind of want presentation to look a bit, I don't know, a bit more, I don't know, artisan, would that be the word? I don't know. Whatever it is, so we use clear tape for other things. I forgot to mention the signed for stickers, the Royal Mail signed for stickers, they cost an extra £1 to put on, or add £1 on for signed for. We do it for generally orders over around £18 to £20, or if the addresses look a bit sketchy, like they don't look formatted right, it looks like there's going to be any problem with that, and then we'll put it on. Years ago I did a test when I was in employment, dispatching a lot of parcels, and we used to send everything signed for, and all I was thinking was, every day we were putting out 200 parcels, that's 200 quid. What happens if we only put it on a percentage of them? And sure enough, a couple of things went missing, but ultimately not spending that £200 a day was well worth it, because for one parcel or 2 parcels that someone said didn't arrive, you know, that was well covered by the £200 that we hadn't spent putting tracking on all of them. So I would recommend it. Okay, next up, everyone recognise this, frustration. Really, you know, standard game from back in the day. We sold this for $24.99. It cost us a couple of quid. Peeled the label off now, but obviously got that on record. But yeah, $24.99 from a couple of quid. It's complete, it's very simple. It's just a popper, a board, some counters, that's it. These poly bags are really good in that if you get a good seal on them, they pretty much stay airtight. Like, you know, when you have a large letter and it just keeps puffing up, you have to squeeze it before you hand it over at the post office, because otherwise it will go through as a parcel. So these, in terms of added protection, give you a really good bit of extra bit of bounce. Right, where'd that tape go? All of the supplies that we use are on our link tree, which you can find on our Instagram. Find this order now, I didn't get the order ready, it's in here somewhere. I lost that order, so it's around somewhere. Hoping I haven't stuck it on the wrong order, because I just found the third Sweet Memories order. So I'm just gonna have to stop the video, go on the app, check that my Sweet Memories are addressed to the right people, and go from there. And this happens, it's just normal, particularly for me. Right, so I went through the orders. So I did sell 3 Sweet Memories. I mean, this is the longest it's ever taken me to pack 3 things. Oh, I've done 4. I did something else actually. But anyway, so the frustration order I've just like lost somewhere. So I'll find it later. So what I've done is I've packed it. Returns is on there, and that's just going ready for when I find it or reprint it, whatever happens. Next up, I mean, you couldn't give these away a couple of months back. This is Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock on the Wii. You know, it's another great example of making sure you're selling on both Amazon and eBay. eBay, these are selling regularly for $5 with free postage, even right now. We sold this $15.90, I think it was, on Amazon, and we've got another one as well, which will put at 25 quid because we're the next cheapest. So yeah, nice easy one, that one. So this one, I haven't got any like large letter envelopes, so I will most likely just put a single wrap of bubble wrap around it, just literally the size of it, and put it in a poly bag. Just give it enough protection and keep it within the size that I want. When you're cutting bubble wrap, like, I don't know why I didn't work this out straight away, but instead of like trying to sort of hack through it all the way up, just scrunch it up and cut it. And you know, you don't get a perfectly straight line, but I can neaten that up easily, sort of fold it inside or whatever. Next up is these two more Clementoni puzzles. Again, these were listed not specifically for Amazon, we listed on Amazon. Joe Lister cross-listed them, sold for $36.99. I think Faye picked these up for £9 or £10. And all these puzzles they've sold, you know, within a day or two of listing, so pretty sweet. So again, these are getting the bubble wrap treatment. Now, these are a bit longer than usual. They're still within the 45cm small parcel range. But I've got these 13x9 bags. They're just handy because they're that little bit longer. 9 inches is so about 40cm. No, 13 inches, sorry, is about 35cm, so it's well within that size, so I know it's good for small parcel. And when I go to the post office, usually, it's never the size of the item that catches me out, it's the weights. So if something goes over 2 kilograms, it's ridiculous, you know, you wouldn't want to send it with Royal Mail, so a lot of people use Hermes. In that instance, we'll use UPS. It's £5.39 for UPS, it's next day delivery, and UPS are usually coming to us anyway for an Amazon pickup. Using UPS for us just makes sense because they're already come in, it's just convenient, website's easy to use, we're billed fortnightly, so yeah, it just makes sense. So now I've just got to find the orders, there we go. I like the fact with Amazon orders, merchant fulfilled, it doesn't print the price on. Obviously there's a lot of people sending us gifts and you can see it, you see the buyer name and the delivery name often is different. And when that happens, we'll black it out anyway with a permanent marker, the price. But the fact that these packing slips doesn't show it is just saves having to do that anyway. And because these were 30 something pounds, they get the old sign for. You could argue that it doesn't mean much at the moment because there's contactless deliveries going on, but the tracking gets updated anyway, so it's an extra level of safety, really, precaution. We had a really sweet customer recently actually who I got some like unicorn puzzles from Sainsbury's a while ago. Anyway, so we did them fulfilled by merchant on Amazon, listed 3, and that night they sold. Bought them for £7 and sold them for 22. So the next day I packed them all up, got them straight off to the post office, and then I'll usually dispatch afterwards, you know, marker shipped afterwards, just because if anything happens at the post office or whatever and I can't get them out or whatever, you know, things can happen. So I got home to a message from the guy saying, one of the people who'd ordered it and had just posted it, saying, "Oh, I've already got this. Can I cancel?" But I'd marked it as shipped. So I thought about it, and all I did, I just fully refunded the order. Cost us £7, £3 to post. Fully refunded the order and said, you know, when it's convenient, can you just send it back? It's got the return addresses on the parcel. And I could just see, I just felt like it was a trap for negative feedback. That's why I took that action. And within an hour, we had 5-star positive feedback saying, you know, I've ordered something, I'd already got it, and I've been fully refunded. Like, excellent service, brilliant. So that was great. And then today, he messaged and said, I haven't sent it back because it's my niece's birthday soon. How do I get you your money back? Obviously you can't sort of start doing transactions outside Amazon. I just relisted it on a 10-day dispatch, so no one else that was on the listing, you know, no one would buy it from us. I just sent them a direct link to our offering on Amazon and just said, if you want to buy that, please do, and I'll just ship it through, and that's our money back, and we're all square. Which he did straight away, and we sold it for 22 the first time, which is what was refunded. They're now selling for £12, and yeah, so happy days. So that worked out quite well, and you know, I'm really glad I sort of took that moment to think about it, and luckily he's a really nice guy, so we'll probably get another positive feedback from it. And you know, we're all square, so it's good. Next up, Scrabble Junior. This is a particular favourite, and we sold this for, this is used, the puzzles were new, Frustration was used, this is used, good condition, 100% complete. It was actually salvaged from our big purge on all our part used games, so we had enough to make a complete one. £32.62 this sold for. That's incredible. Yeah, it cost us literally a couple of quid. So yeah, same again, bubble wrap. Over 20 quid, and Amazon anyway, so it's gonna go signed. Might just squeeze that in there. Just whether it's long enough. It's tight. I'm gonna go for it because I'm just gonna so I'm sort of short by that much. Some circumstances I would just tape across there. I'm not gonna. Just because if it gets damaged, something at that price, if it gets damaged, I'll just say it wasn't very well packaged, which they'd be right. A couple of books. This one, well, both large letters. That's just under 2.5 centimeters. I've got the little guide thing to check, so I've got a bit of wiggle room there. So yeah, these are nice and easy to pack. This is tiny, so I'm actually gonna put let's do bubble. We've got plenty of space. Let's give it a one wrap. Oh, I think I've cut that too short. That'll do, that's okay. I'll do the same with the big one, bubble wrap. I know it's a bit crazy, like I know many people don't bubble wrap books. A lot obviously use Jiffy bags, so it's bubble wrapped inside, isn't it? But just don't have any, and so I'm making my own. Nicely done. Yeah, I've got to say, I know a lot of people are experiencing good sales on Amazon at the moment. It's just fantastic. So good to see people pushing through. Another packing slip I can't find. Oh, there it is, it's on the top. Yeah, everyone's just going crazy for stuff. These two books were from our 1500 book haul, which I haven't sort of done the final video for yet, but well, I don't think we'd do it again. We haven't got our money back yet. We will get our money back and then some, and make a bit of profit. I can't remember how much that one sold for, so I'm going to check those in a bit and see if they need to go signed for. I'm pretty sure they don't, but if they're over a tenner, this one might be. If they're over a tenner with these books, I will, because they're Amazon. Can you tell I'm scared of negative feedback on Amazon? So yeah, I'll check them afterwards and see whether I want to put a signed for sticker on them. And I'll just trim the edge off. It actually, as you cut this stuff, bubble wrap, it seals it pretty much. So I'm happy with that. And once it goes in the mailer, I'll push that end right to the bottom, and that'll keep it protected. I need a tape gun, don't I? I know a lot of people swear by them. I used to use them, but they just always got jammed. They're probably better than they were when I was using them. 6 or 7 years ago. But yeah, it used to wind me up getting jammed all the time. So sending stuff flying. Yeah, so yeah, that's good. That was the Fast 800 recipe book. So there you go. Going to Monmouthshire, where's that? That's Wales, isn't it? So again, I'll check whether that needs to go signed later. I'm probably going to edit this video quite harshly. I don't know really, but sort of chatting away like I'm doing a live or something. Oh yeah, next one. This was in our pile of stuff that had stuff missing. It's a bingo game with like a tile dispenser. Pretty cool actually. There's meant to be 72 tiles, but there's only 70 here. So I declared it in the condition and said, like, it makes the game extra fun because there's 2 tiles missing. And it sold for 28 quid. And again, a couple of quid that was. So happy with that. This isn't so bad, but where you have small things in a bigger bag that just get flung around, so you're better getting your parcels as compact as possible. In my opinion. I say in my opinion a lot. I say it to Faye a lot because it's from The Good Wife, which is an American TV show. There's a judge who, I won't go into it, but anyway, that's why it's from. But I always think it's great. It's a great thing to say. You can get away with saying anything when you follow it up with, in my opinion. Got it. Frustration. Left it upstairs. And I really confused myself because I had another order for a book, and I thought, what have I done with that? The book was in my box with everything, just hiding at the bottom. It was the last thing to pack. So yeah, I thought I'd made the right balls up somewhere along the lines and that I was going to have to sort of go through everything with a fine tooth comb. But thankfully that wasn't the case. So frustration, which I did earlier, has not turned out to be as frustrating as I thought. Another one done. Okay, next up, so it's another one of these just sold. So I've just reprinted another 7 orders which have come through in the last hour. Every time I go inside and see Faye, she's telling me we've sold this and we've sold that, and that's really just eBay she's talking about. So I've got to do that next. There's about, I think there's nearly 40 orders on eBay now to get done. So hopefully I'll be able to cut this video down quite a bit. So it's going to be some different stuff, so you know, I'll show you exactly what we're selling. some of it there's kind of no point showing you. But like random books, really, stuff like that. So that's the London panoramic. So this was another one, I think it was $36.99 or something like that. Very happy with that. Got another good one coming right up after this one, which is one you haven't seen before, which has got another good story behind it. So if you're not sourcing at the moment because you're not, because your eBay store's closed, that's fair play. But if your eBay store is still open but you can't source, in your usual channels, then I would definitely encourage you to look at thinking outside the box, I suppose, a little bit, if you don't do that already. Right, so this was the next one. It's Toy Story 4 Clementoni 1000-piece puzzle. These sold, well, we got these for £7 or $7.99. And this one sold for, I want to say $33.99, something like that. We did sell them for more. We did have them for more, but then we lost the buy box, so we dropped them a bit, and the reprice has been bouncing it about a bit. But as I said, initially we got these. Well, look, I've done the packing slip before I've even wrapped the thing. Initially we got these to sell on eBay by a Joe Lister. So Joe Lister takes 15% of the sale because we're on an unlimited plan. It actually works, sounds like quite a lot, but there's no monthly subscription with that, and it works out cheaper. So we obviously price them to take that into account, and when they sell on eBay we have the price set to make 7% more profit. So it works out all the fees. So that 15% comes off the top line, but it's been priced at 7% more profit, which actually then makes it more profitable. Difficult to explain, but if anyone wants to know more, take a look or fire us a message, because I did a video, there's a video on our YouTube channel about Joe Lister. The title's something like how to create hundreds more listings on eBay in a few seconds, or in a few presses of a button or something. But that's when we started, and if you watch the video you'll kind of realise that at first I kind of wasn't really too sure, but since playing around with the settings, the parameters, all that sort of stuff, I've really made it work. I'm happy to share how we've done that and what we do, because it did take a bit of getting used to. Not the software's fine, it's just like what the best, bit like using a repricer, what's the best kind of different options to use, what are the best what are the best settings, really. It took me about a month to work it out. Thankfully not a month full time, but just fiddling around, measuring the results, making changes, trying something different. Next is another book, Golden Age of the 60s. Sorry, Golden Age of Advertising, the 60s. It's one of those Taschen books. Most of these are worth picking up, Taschen. Can't remember how much it sold for. It was quite decent. It was actually one of the first books we listed FBM when FBA kind of, got messy a couple of weeks back. So quite pleased with that. I should have looked it up before I started filming, but I can't look it up on my phone while it's recording, so just have to take my word for it when I say it sold for $1 million. No, it was about a tenner or something, I think. A little tip for you: if you've got something very small, even if you've got something smaller than this, I don't know, like say something like the size of a pack of cards or something, I would encourage you to add a bit of card to it in the poly bag, in the mailer, just to increase the size. Because it gives you a nice surface for your label. Obviously I'll do this up properly, but also, you know, it gives it sort of significant size. I can't tell you the number. I used to post out a lot of stuff in my old job, and Royal Mail would bring the cages, the Yorks, with the bags inside, the red bags, and we used to find so much undelivered mail just rattling around in the bottom of those bags. So much. So, I mean, pretty much it felt like almost every time we got a delivery of them, we'd get maybe 20 of them. And we'd put the bags inside the cages, push them down, start loading the parcels in, but always have a look. So there's always all sorts of stuff floating around inside. But almost every time it felt like we'd pull something out that's basically got lost, and it would always be something very small. So, you know, that parcel I've just turned into that. It's still large letter, but way less chance of getting lost. That's all the Amazon parcels done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31,
32, 33, 34. Onto eBay now. Just printed 30 something orders. Again, trying to get them all sorted before tomorrow. So the first one I went was an argan oil gift set. It's like a hair care and foot care pack. Just some leftover stock that we had that we bundled up. It went for $10.49. Just going to bubble wrap that, pop it in a poly. Next up was some RA that faded in boots way back when. This is just the last few bits. A baby bottle with a bib. And she took an offer earlier on £8. She had about 30 bundles. She spent about 75 quid and made 30 bundles, and they've done really well. Most of them sold sort of between 15 and 20 pounds. And this is the last drag, so she's just taking offers on what's left. I think there's one more left. Next up is some Silco threads. So it was like a really old, this is from an auction. There's loads of cotton in here. Some of it's really old, and I think quite a lot of old sort of cotton. It's Silco or Silco. I think some of it's quite collectible. I remember it's quite a while since we had it. This sold for £35. It's 50 threads, 50 I don't know reels of cotton threads. And when she was researching, I remember it was quite a while ago now. I've had these a while. Looked like you could get pretty good money for some of it. So I mean, that's not bad. That would have been in an auction bundle. It wasn't like that. It was in like a little pin cushion box thing. So £35. That's a nice sale. Next up is just some face mask, like beauty serum stuff. This is the kind of one where I would add some card to the package, because I want a good surface for the shipping label. So got like offcuts. I'll just stick that on there. And for any liquids and stuff that we might send, we add, if appropriate, we add the hazardous label from Royal Mail. There's a couple more things from the baby bundle. Dummies and spoons, sold them for a tenner. I mean, these bundles they didn't cost a lot to put together. It's a decent profit there. They kindly labelled them with SKUs because a lot of it looks quite similar. Just leaving the camera rolling, so I'll probably edit most of this out. You never know when I might come out with a pearl of wisdom. So next up was Guardman dog collars. We got loads of these, like 200 or something, about a year ago, maybe even longer. It was a long time ago, from an auction. They were 17p each, and we've just been dripping them out slowly. This was the last one, I think. Next up, Oliver Bonus top, sold for £6.99. This was in our clearance pile, so we've had this for quite a while. This was one of the ones that we were doing on auction at 99p, so it would have gone on at 99p plus £3.95 postage for 6 or 7 weeks on auction in a row. I've done the packing slip, I haven't even and didn't sell. And then when we recently decided just to not do the clearance at the moment, just because everything's a bit unpredictable in terms of pricing, I just relisted stuff as buy it now. Put this one on at £6.99, and within a couple of days it's sold. So go figure. Just pressing it down to try and get it large letter size. I'm sure there's a lot of rustling on this video, so I do apologise. Similar to the argan oil, tea tree oil, just from a bundle. It's a foaming face wash and a face mask. So just clearing it out, those two sold for £8.49. Next sold, going to put this in a box, a little bistro set, sold for £20. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that really. Not sure how much it cost. I can't, do you know, it's a bit annoying, I can't see the... I don't know why the custom SKUs don't come out on the packing slip. I bet there's a different one I can print where they'll come out. So yeah, let me know if you know about that, which one to choose. It doesn't exactly, I can't exactly shut the box as intended. I'm just going to put a piece of card on the top here and then seal it round, because that's not by any means kind of fully sealed, you know. That'll be going in a bag. Jules Helena midi dress, size 16, sold for £15. Sourcing in charity shops. Those were the days. Remember way back when you used to be able to go out, Picolinos flats, sold for £22. A Shigo Trend waterfall cardigan, Aztec tribal, sold for $19.99. Massimo Dutti jacket. It's like a jacket blazer, but it's sort of cottony. No, you can't really see that, but sold that for $27.50. That's going GSP to Germany. If you don't use GSP, if you're worried about GSP, don't worry about GSP. Just activate it on your account, on your eBay account. Sit back and relax. If there's any issues with delivery, you're covered. We don't do international delivery of our own, so all international delivery goes through GSP. and they obviously take responsibility for the parcel. So if it does go missing and the customer has to get refunded, you don't lose out, and that's really important to know. Next to the Lacoste shirt, double XL Lacoste shirt. We really only go for XL or larger. Men's short sleeve. There's the little logo. That should go large letter as well, and we got $22.50 for it. Next up, we sold some frisbees that blow bubbles. They've got a little compartment for bubble stuff, and this was just some stuff that we had at the retail site that we cleared out, and we were actually talking to Zoe, who is A to Z Reseller, and we said, oh, you can have them, because we hadn't sold them, and then the next day they sold. More stuff we cleared out of the retail unit: tea tree, mask, hand pack, and charcoal face mask. I do realise that the camera isn't pointing at my face, but I kind of can't get my face and the action. This is where the action is happening. Some books. We've got loads of DC comic books, like they're all sealed, like all different stuff I've never heard of. That's not right. This one went for $7.99. It's large letter. We'll give it some protection because it's nice.
Endless, sitting up, I'm breathless, anxiety's infectious. I feel so defenseless, betrayed and embarrassed. I hate being open, I hate being broken. I feel like an ocean filled up with emotion. Anger ain't a potion, rub it on like lotion. I can feel it soaking, reopen, the scars have awoken. I can't move on till I let go. I feel so lost, never at home. Need to be strong, every breath hold. Cause I can't move on till I let go. I can't move on till I let go. I feel so lost, never at home. Need to be strong, every breath hold. Cause I can't move on till I let go. A nice road it feels. I slip off the peel and crash all the steel. Will I ever heal? I can't move on till I let go. I feel so lost, never at home. Need to be strong, every breath hold. Cause I can't move on till I let go. I can't move on till I let go. I feel so lost, never at home. Need to be strong, every breath hold. Cause I can't move on till I let go.